Hey guys, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Constructor. Now, we had a little bit of a catastrophe happen the last time we tried to play, but that's all part of the learning process. We figured something out, our city completely collapsed and died, we start over and we learn again. And so I actually did look it up and I figured out what went wrong. I forgot to set a repairman to patrol the road, so, that's my fault that things didn't go right. We will build a wood yard, and it's this guy here. You set him to auto patrol, and now he's patrolling this area. Okay, so let's go up to the world map over here, and let's purchase this thing. We're gonna do more or less what we did last time, but we're gonna do it a little bit quicker. We have to wait till the wood yard is actually finished. So let's go in here. And you're gonna get the two unassigned guys, and then we'll grab the house in here, and we're gonna do what we did last time. We're gonna slowly build up, our baseline. We're gonna throw down two houses real quick, and we're gonna do things very slightly differently, but not majorly differently. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move this guy over to this estate. And he's going to be patrolling to repair this estate. So let's grab a worker here, and you're going to be producing tenants for me. Let's upgrade the house a little bit. Call the work team into it. And we'll give them kind of a crappy fence too. We're going to invest a little bit higher into the property. Defenses just give you defenses, but I think it ends up making the houses look a little bit nicer. So are you finished upgrading? Not quite. And then this house, can you also get a hedgerow? See. Fence construction, call them over. And you know, all these little changes, they just make the tenants a little bit happier. Room construction. Okay, so we're about to finish the kitchen. Let's move in these guys, and you're going to produce workers for me. And then I'm going to call someone to do the fence. Okay, so now we're in better shape than we were. And I think this time we're going to go up to the sort of tier above. We're going to use these ones mainly for reproduction purposes because they don't produce a lot of rent, so it's not so important to have them. And then we'll drop these two. These are going to be, just our baseline income houses. Oh, you know what? I need a work gang for this. I need some wood to finish these houses. So I forgot to send someone to go to the wood thing. But yeah, you can see these work guys go around doing things. We have repairmen now patrolling. I didn't know about the manual repair thing. I'd forgotten. We have Dwight Fibble. And here are the Wibbles. Looks like they're pretty unhappy. Not sure what's causing their unhappiness. House durability's in good shape. Let's move in some of these guys, and we're gonna upgrade their house too, so that they're a little bit happier. They're gonna get a hedgerow. Make sure we call people. Yeah, we want to call people into the house to repair it, and we should start getting income from these guys. If I check here, yeah, we've got a monthly income of 324. I can increase that or decrease it. I think we'll just leave it standard, Let's not worry about it too hard. Okay, so this house is upgraded, and they should be pretty happy about that. They're going to live longer, they're going to produce more money. All those things. These guys over here are making wood. Okay, so you should be able to call another guy over for yourself. There we go. And we have a house coming online. Excellent. There's a repairman going around. This is this guy. Awesome. Now let's move in a new tenant. These guys are moving in. They're going to produce money. We will upgrade all their rooms. And then we will give them, you know, nice hedgerow. We're kind of going, we're playing the aesthetic. This isn't the correct way to play. This isn't the most efficient way to play. It's just a nice, fun, relaxing way to play the game. Why don't you guys get out of that? Oh, have you quite finished? Let's see, yeah, you finished the inside, so why don't you guys go outside? And something I actually really love about this game is if you go in here, you can see the workers level up. I think this is their energy, and this is their level up screen. This might be like their health or something, their energy or health. And the higher this bar goes, the better they are at doing their job. That's why I like to focus on one construction team doing the sort of heavy lifting. And I should be able to squeeze in here a couple of these Soweto huts. Yeah, I should be. If I scooch you back a tile. And yes, okay. So we'll call a work team over here. And you can see like these aren't particularly amazing houses, but they're doing what they need to do. These guys are producing me tenants. And actually, yep, we have a couple tenants now. Due to the high quality of your shacks, the council surveyor is going to let you build some proper houses after you've built the concrete yard. We're gonna focus on that in a second, but we're gonna make sure we get some other stuff done. So let's get the concrete yard. And generally speaking, you want things to be laid out in a fairly logical fashion. No, actually, I want you guys to stay there. I want these guys over here to handle that. So why don't you upgrade all these rooms, call a work gang, and then we're going to move in these guys, and they're going to produce a little bit of rent for us. That's it. We just want a little bit of income so that we don't get stuck in a position where we have no income. The cement yard's about to finish, and we're going to build another one of these little, these sort of Soweto huts. Are you guys finished? You are. So let's call you over there. Why don't you guys go in there and make me some cement? Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. We've got a... Oh, looks like we just finished a new tenant. Excellent. That's going to be really good for us. Because we're going to be building some of these bungalows here. We're going to be building 2 bungalows. For the express purpose of getting tier 2 people. And you're ready for your next worker. Excellent. We can upgrade our resource things. But we're not going to do that yet because it's expensive and takes a while. And the last time we did that, things went horribly wrong. So we're going to move in these tenants. We're going to upgrade their fence. Although we can do concrete dry stone walls. Which they do have better defense, but we're not interested in that right now. Let's make sure we upgrade all of the rooms in this house. Just 1 tier. And then call a work gang in. And then something else we're going to want to build is, I think it is important to get the gadget factory online. So last time I kind of screwed this up. We'll never squeeze anything in there, but we could get this down like that. Call a work gang. No, not you guys. Get the cement dudes over there. What you guys can do for me is actually start to build the very first bungalow. Right there. Excellent. So these guys are all pretty happy because I upgraded their houses a little bit. You know, they're not going to make too many demands of me right now. How's our income? Yeah, 1,300 isn't bad. Let's see. Okay. Your gadget factory is completed, allowing houses and gardens to start being improved. Gadgets for houses such as computers, create next level tenants can be manufactured. Oh wait, no, that's how you do it, isn't it? I could rent this out to these guys, right? So... I need to call a work gang in here. We're gonna make one of these. We're gonna make a couple of these. We're gonna just make a couple of these just to have them around. Spend a little bit of money, make sure we have just a bit of stuff. And then, now how do I place these things? Those are trees. Oh, Gadget Factory. Subway site. And where do we want to put the subway? So we have a subway over here. So I think it would make sense to connect this guy, and let's make another. Make another subway. And we'll place this one over here. This is just the pattern I liked. Because this makes it sort of a triangle. There's a reasonable distance to everywhere on this block now. So I forgot that you could only put one on each block. Okay, so gadgets. What does a computer do? Educates your children. I think we're going to skip out on that. In fact, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to sell this. We're going to tear it down. Oh, Jesus, you guys need to get out of there. What we're going to do is we're going to build one of these nice houses. Right over here. We're going to call a work gang. We're going to call a work gang over here, too. I didn't mean to build this bungalow. That was a mistake. But we can rectify it. It's fine. I forgot how to upgrade my tenants, so I kind of just made up a way to do it in my head, which was wrong. Okay, so we're producing wood now. Nice. We have some spare workers. I forget. This is the fight command. There is a way to upgrade them or something. Let's grab one of our teams here. You're gonna give up one dude and pick up a dude. Do that. So now this guy's gonna rest, and we cycle out our workers every now and again. So let's do a... Let's make sure we install a computer. Oh, I need to actually move the tenants in first. Yeah, why don't you move these guys in? And then you guys can pick up a... computer. And then now, because this is going to be producing our tier 2 tenants, I'm going to heavily upgrade this house. So let's go into here. And again, because we want this house to be the top of the line for the production of tier 2 tenants. There's the deluxe master bedroom. And you guys are going to make me tier 2 tenants. And we're going to make another rental house here. Call a work gang over. Oh, you guys need a fence, actually. And we're going to need some more concrete soon. So you can see how there's like a lot to manage in this game. It's a lot of fun. I think things are going like reasonably okay for us right now compared to the last game where everything just went on fire. The next sort of step up for us is going to be scary. Let's move in some of these guys. And you're just going to make money for me. Call a work team in here. Upgrade all their bedrooms and stuff. You don't need to upgrade the bedroom, but they'll basically complain about it later on. If you don't give them a nice bedroom in addition to all the other stuff. And so they finished inside the house. Okay, next part of the game is we need to move on now. Okay, I need to build a house over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build just a shit shack, basically. As terrible as that sounds. This house just exists to fulfill my contract, basically. And I remember that I used to do it. I used to actually extend it out this way, which is probably the right move. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a glazing. Yeah, we're gonna put double glazing so they don't complain about the So they don't complain. Oh, I need another citizen. How are you coming along producing? You need a better bedroom. Yeah, something you can do is you can also evict people and then just like get another get a new fresh tenant, because the time it takes for them to produce tenants is based on how old they are. So these guys are producing quite slowly. But since I upgraded their bedroom now, it went from like 100 and something days to 60-ish days. Let's call back here. So this house is just gonna be a poop shack. Let's make sure we call over cement production. You're just making money for me. You're actually quite happy. I could raise your rent a little bit just to maximize how much I get out of you. Raise your rent a little bit. Raise your rent a little bit. Hey, you just up people's rent every now and again just to make sure you're making some money. Because right now we're making about £2,000 per month, which isn't a whole lot to be honest. Okay, we got our first tier 2 guys now. So let's go on to the world map. And now they shouldn't complain at us if we try to buy this now. Yeah. And we're gonna stick tier 2 up here. So let's grab the bungalow. And oh. We could make really small, but once you hit tier 2, you want to start making things just a little bit bigger. So this is this big. How big is this? Let me see. 3, 4, 5, 6. I want things to be even. I know maybe that's like, so this fits here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other side, something should be equally big, right? 1, 2, 3. No, I did it too big. God damn it. Where's my... Go blow that up. Let's move in. Oh, we don't actually need to move anyone in, but it probably makes sense. We'll move in these guys. They're less stressed. You'll just produce money for us. Go get a window glazed. So that you don't complain about the factories. Okay, I made that a little bit too big, but that's fine because we can adjust for our mistake now. And then call a work team over to it. We have 2 spare workers, so let's cycle out on this work team. These 2 guys are tired. We'll grab the resting guys. Yeah, it's just important to cycle them out so your teams don't get too tired. Like, there's a lot to handle and juggle and stuff. And once we move in our first few tenants of tier 2, maybe when we fill out this block, we'll finish up here. So let's grab... So similarly to the last time, we have here, you know, high reproduction punks, and then like sort of money producing hippies. And I think they can also produce policemen, which is pretty useful. I think to start with, we're going to stick in a couple of punks actually. Just so we can get the tier 2 production going. We don't have a police station yet, and we don't need a police station yet. But it's something to consider. And we're going to upgrade this house also. And since this is a tier 2 house, we'll go for the picket fence. Just because, you know, why not? And then we can have a similarly sized house for producing police officers. And then we can call a work team over to the fence. Your guys' fence are going to need work too. We'll just drop a hedgerow there. So these guys are going to produce tier 2 tenants for me, which is really nice. Because otherwise I'd have to rely on these guys these guys producing them. And they're going to produce them too. It's just like, you know, it's easier to produce them from these guys. Upgrade the fence, and the fence basically gives you defense from someone trying to move in and take over your business, because it's kind of a mobster-esque sort of undercurrent to the game. Call them in here. We'll upgrade all the rooms. Nice. Okay, so we upgraded this guy, and now we can start with the rent-producing citizens. This one's a little bit more expensive. And we do have enough income to increase our overdraft, which we might do eventually. So let's move in another set of punks. And these guys are going to produce police officers. And we upgraded the house. It's an interesting and fun little game. I mean, I'm not playing it particularly efficiently, don't get me wrong. But I'm enjoying myself. So this time, we're going to wait till hippies. How long until our next population point? We're about to get one from here. How about you guys? How are you guys doing? You're also about to produce one. Awesome. And so there's like these downtime moments too in the game, just kind of built in, where you can look around while you're waiting for money to come in and just manage your dudes. Like these guys are getting pretty tired. So why don't you swap with arrested guy? And why don't you swap with arrested guy, you know? And now my team is well rested and stuff. I think this is a new worker, is it? No. Where are my workers actually? You're quite slow to produce. And you want to also look through your sort of people producing houses, because sometimes the length to produce a tenant is longer than their lifespan. So maybe you evict them, maybe you just switch them to rent until they die, that sort of thing. So these guys are all producing rent, that's fine. None of them are going to die before they produce a population, because these are all rental houses. But this house, for example, after this population goes off, it might take too long for them to produce another population. Okay, we should have now some hippies. So let's move in some hippies. And these guys are going to produce rent. Let's upgrade the house a little bit. And let's have a look here. What gadgets do we have available? Let's stick a couple trees in their houses, because they get upset if they don't have those. You just stick a tree in here. They tend to be pretty unhappy if you don't just give them a little bit of beauty. Now these guys have a pretty high happiness, which means we can charge them a lot of rent. We'll go up 5 blips, so they're about 5% happy. That's fine. Now something I do have to be careful about, I don't know if these houses are going to be maintained. Make sure we have a couple of these. We also need the computer to get the next tier up. We're going to build another rental house, because we're getting to that point in the game where we need to worry about how much money we have. Oh, so these guys have a complaint. We want an organic hedge. Sure, so let's give them a hedge and call these guys. That's sort of the downside of the hippies, is they have a weakness that you want a high defense wall, but they don't like it if they have a high defense wall. So let's build a construction over here. Let's check you out. I think you need to cycle out more workers. Your dudes are getting a little tired. You are resting. These guys are just working with their hands, oddly. So let's get rid of these two guys because they're low energy. And we'll swap them in for some high energy dudes. Okay, we've got another house. Let's move in another set of hippies. We'll give these guys a hedge as well, because that seems to be what they like. We do need some wood. Call a work gang over. Now their bedroom needs to be upgraded. Well, all their stuff needs to be upgraded. I think they're going to want a tree as well, so let's give the people what they want. We'll give them a little tree by the entrance to their house. Oh, and something else. We're going to want to grab a subway. The subway can get over here pretty easily. The subway here, just to connect things up to our network of subways, so that nobody has to go too far to get anywhere. But these guys should be pretty happy too, and I should be able to up their rent. Oh! As a result of the last inspection by the council, they have decided your estates are too desolate and haphazard. You must improve your land usage to greater than 90% within the next 2 years. Failures to do so will result in you being sacked. Uh-oh. So what's my land usage? Is not 78%, which is pretty bad actually. Let's go up here. We're gonna grab a police station. It's about that time of the game where we should do that. Let's call a work gang over. And let's see if I can get these guys. You need to produce some cement. You see how the subway, it makes your sort of empire smaller. Actually, how long have I been going here? Let me check here. OBS. Yeah, we've been going about long enough. I think it's probably about time to wrap things up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I'm kind of having a lot of fun getting thrown back to my childhood with this silly little game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Remember, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see, if you want to give me feedback on this video, make sure you leave a comment. And if you want to directly support my channel, please leave a like in the video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.